What's happening, everybody? You're tuning in to Comedy by Coincidence. This is episode I don't freaking know.
17, I believe.
Thanks. Oh. All right. What's happening, everybody? Hey, what's up, Ty?
Sorry, didn't expect the audio to stall.
It's all good.
What's up?
We're going to spend the
So,
first 5 minutes of this podcast just checking each other out for a second. Bro, I ain't seen you in so long, bro. What the hell's going on over there?
It's the last day. Welcome to the last episode of this quasi-legal podcast series with Comedy by Coincidence, sponsored by ChrisDavisMusicPro.com. Everyone should check it out.
DavisMusicPro.com. You got it. You have the right spirit,
Davis Music
bro.
Pro. Yeah. Close enough. Let me see here. Just started drinking, had the first sip before we started it. This is the last of the alcohol I brought with me, which is quite fantastic. I managed to stretch it out.
Okay, yeah. So finish it off and then get rid of that bottle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, mainly...
this is tremendous.
It's like I have a giant glass bottle that will not come home with me because nobody needs that. Nobody needs an empty glass bottle in their suitcase. It's wasted space.
Nope, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to have you back in the States, bro. For real.
Dude, I can't wait to be back. I guess, is this podcast coming out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or is it coming out today?
Which would you prefer?
Tomorrow, so we can say officially where I'm at, because I gotta.
He's like, I gotta go through customs.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Barring epic disaster, which there should be none. Knock on wood.
And if y'all are watching this shit, knock on wood, bro.
Yeah. Everybody knock on some wood. Not your wood though. Some wood, not your wood. Let's keep it professional. No. I officially I am in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and I am in Abu Dhabi, which is like the capital of it. But I've been restricted to the most modern named island I can think of, and it's Yas Island. You got it.
Yas.
Like you're a white girl.
Yas Island. Yeah.
It's
Yas.
It's nice. Ferrari World's here. There's water parks. Warner Brothers. It's a really nice, fantastic family destination. Not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me. I've been bored out of my fucking skull. Oh man, we're never gonna make that 10 minutes. By the way, not once ever.
That's okay. It's what it is.
So it's like there's Ferrari World, the world's fastest roller coaster here, but that's
Tremendous.
like the only thing you can do there. Due to COVID, like all the rest is basically virtual reality stuff that's like puts you inside a box, so they don't allow that. So that's like 90% of it shut down, so there's no reason to pay full price. Same with the water park, same with Warner Brothers. Like everything is so restricted because of COVID and all that, is what it is. It's just I'm not gonna pay full price for half a baked experience. I want a full baked experience.
I want a full baked experience.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm not gonna take the half brownie. I'm gonna take the whole brownie because I'm a whole hog kind of guy. I'm just gonna take it all.
You are gonna take the whole hog. You want the whole hog, yeah.
Exactly. Whole hog or no hog. No in between.
Sound like Tim Dillon. No. Speaking of which, Tim Dillon's coming to St. Louis December 12th, and I think we just found out about it this morning on the podcast. So I think
that's
KD and I are going to try to get ticks.
That'd be an excellent show.
Hey, you got any dates coming up? Did you schedule that Helium open mic?
I signed up for it, but I've yet to receive the magical email that says I got the spot. So we shall see. It's one of the since Helium is the more popular, one of the most popular comedy clubs in the area. It's limited. They I don't know if they pick and choose or if it's just like a random lottery and that's what you got.
I feel like it's a random lottery, except they probably play like 2 spots favorites. You know what I mean? Like they have their 2 favorites. They get the first 2 spots, and then they probably pick, raffle the rest.
If you got a regular that will warm up the room for all the rest of the acts behind it, you might as well throw them up near the front end in the hopes of having a really good show instead of just dive bombing it right into the dirt,
Yeah.
Because it's an open mic. You never know what you're gonna get.
But hey, if that one is filled up, I got a full list of all the open mics, and we'll at least get 1 or 2 of them in. You know what
Excellent.
I mean?
I've been writing.
Originally,
that's what I've been doing.
I'm going to say this on the podcast to all of our listeners too, which probably includes your parents. So like, again, a little embarrassed here. I was hyping it up like I had like spots filled for us. There are no spots. I have like a mini surprise when you get here that does not involve comedy spots. Okay, so like, if we do open mics, that's going to be something me and you plan once you're here. Okay, I don't have anything lined up on that front.
That's perfectly fine, man.
But just managing expectations. You know what I mean?
Hey, I may have said this on the podcast before, but I have a firm personal belief that wherever I go, like obviously we're gonna do podcasts when I'm in St. Louis, and I'm gonna try and get to a couple open mics to work on my comedy craft. But wherever I go, if I'm visiting somebody and I don't got my own room, I am there to accentuate your life, not to stop your life. If you got to go to work, go to work. I'll figure out something to do.
You'll fight the mole battle that's ongoing in my backyard while I dip for an hour or 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I got my first one this morning, and honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I feel a little bad. It was brutal as shit. It was brutal, and I'm a peaceful man. Chris Hippie Davis, you know what I mean? I don't like to do what I don't like killing animals unless I gotta. And we're going to drop. This is probably not the podcast to talk about this. No, I feel so bad. I got my first mole. I got like a fucking colony in both my yards, and they're getting under my foundation. So I got to do something. And I've tried all of the peaceful solutions. I'm a peaceful man. I tried diplomacy first.
You peed on him first.
I mean, you gotta. The way I view it when it comes to moles is you either contract them to dig you a second basement, which rarely works out, or they gotta go because that's. Are you really gonna risk the house that you just bought over a furry creature that will wreck it?
It's bad too, and they're getting. I have that second, that second patio that's like raised up and that's up by the carport. They're getting under that, and that thing's just fucking caving in on itself, bro. Ooh. So I literally gotta be doing something here, guys. Trust me, I ain't no animal hater. I'm all for PETA. I think I gotta change up my warfare tactics because I felt a little rough this morning.
Got to make an example of them. Like you just got to find like the grandma mole and just be like, all right, you got to go, and then you got to like display the body so that way the other moles understand that you're not fucking around, right?
Okay.
And then
this is all comedy, guys.
They'll go away.
But I'm gonna take a mole, take like the grandma mole, sure, and spike it in the middle of the yard. You know what I mean? Just like
exactly.
Send a message.
The Impaler style, just right there.
Genghis Khan style,
And speaking of,
And for everybody that's like, oh no, not the grandma. Hey, that mole lived a full life.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Full. We're not going Genghis Khan cruel by like just decapitating babies out there. That's not cool.
Here's the thing, guys. They were making her dig still. She dug half that whole colony. And the family's like, Grandma, you ain't put in enough work yet. We saved her 2 more years of work, bro. And that was an ancient-ass mole in the first place. In fact, we could call this euthanasia, you know, if you really think about it.
I mean, it's if you got to think about it. If you were a slave and had to dig for several more years, like, and just wreck Chris's foundation, right? And it's your family. You're a slave to your family. Wouldn't you rather just take the big one and call it quits early? It sounds like a good idea. I'm just saying.
And I swear to God, he's gotten so freaking fat. Look at this guy.
Dude, his head is almost bowling ball size. Like, you could legit just roll that down and take down some pins.
I call him Vince the Pince. No, this is awesome.
He's acting like a little toddler too, just like, what are you doing? Let me out of your hands.
Oh yeah, he hates it. He hates it. See you, buddy. But
Oscar, the Wonder Kitty.
Oh man, big excited to see you, bro. It's gonna be tremendous. I got so much shit going on that week too. We got Dead and Company on Monday, which is gonna be tremendous.
Excellent.
We got Theo Von on Friday.
Oh,
and then
double awesome.
Multiple parties people are trying to get us to go to over the weekend, and I'm just like, I'm already be fucking worn out, so I don't know if that's happening. We'll see what happens. Are you leaving Saturday or Sunday?
I'm leaving Saturday.
Okay. Because if you were leaving Sunday, I'd be taking you to a crazy party that night. But
I mean, I've been a good little saver. I could easily reschedule the flight and just say, COVID, and see what they can do.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll play that one by ear. It's man, I'm just I'm not looking forward. We're gonna talk about a hack premise, airplane travel. I'm not looking forward to going back to U.S. Airlines because
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's I took Etihad Airlines into the United Emirates, and all the seats were like extra wide, extra leg room, and this is just like standard for the coach. Super comfortable seats, really good video library for movies and everything on the way over. They give you a toothbrush, toothpaste, a mask, hand sanitizer, stuff. Like, you got a little bag, plastic bag thing that you can. Yeah, they take care of you. And then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to have to fly American Airlines. And if you've ever flown American Airlines or United, you understand that you almost have to suck the flight attendant's dick in order to get anything. And I'm not being sexist here. It could be the lady dick or the man dick. Either way, you got to suck something in order to get, a bottle of water.
Right. Yeah, dude, I hate flying. I'm going to be real. And in college, I think you remember this, especially my sophomore year. I guess that'd be your senior year.
My senior year.
Living on the aviation floor. Okay. You find out all freaking pilots are drunks. That's their deal. They can't do any form of drugs because they get piss tested all the time to fly. So they're alcoholics, 100 through and through, and they'll go and fly. Fucking drunk as a skunk, dude. I don't trust it. But also, the only time I flew. God, what's the one that starts with S? What's the
Spirit?
Spirit.
Southwest?
Not Southwest, because that's too bougie.
Frontier.
Nah, dude. I want to say Spire, but that's my gas company. It might have been Spirit.
Spire Airlines will take you straight to the sky and then nowhere. We'll just go straight up and down.
Delta. I don't know why I said S. I'm fucking dumb. But Delta. Yeah, oof. Big oof. I'm not a huge fan of flying.
It's funny that you were on the aviation floor, but in my junior year when I first came to UCM, one of my roommates that I was randomly placed with was a aviation guy, and I think he was a senior at the time. And every week, I'm not kidding, every weekend, I had to go get this motherfucker's car and then drive his drunk ass home because he couldn't drive. And it's just like, in a way, in one hand, it's Warrensburg. The amount of times you can get away with drunk driving is a plethora. You can get away almost every single day as long as you don't hit nothing, right?
I never did, just because I thought it was so dumb because it was a 3-mile town. You could walk anywhere you needed to there, no matter how fucked up you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why I never did it. Because it was funner to walk home, honestly. Like, you go to the bar and then you walk home. Hopefully you don't hit a fire hydrant on the way, and it's all good day.
I watched you fucking fall backwards into. I tried to catch you, and I think that it fucked it up worse.
It is what it is. I got a cool scar on the back of my head. I think about you every time I touch it. Touching it now, actually. Nice. I think it made my skull stronger.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
I think that was the closest I've ever felt to feeling like a sim. Like, just like flailing and not making sense. Just,
I think we just made, all right, so backstory for those of us that, for those listening that wasn't with us, we got a little drunky Brewster at my place, and then we walked to Little Caesars and got some pizza. We're talking maybe, what would you say, 4 blocks?
Yeah.
All right.
And
halfway point, there's an elementary school. Across the street from the elementary school is a fire hydrant. We get to Little Caesars. We're walking back. Somebody made the glorious decision to not let me carry the pizza because I would have slammed it all on the way home, right? Mm-hmm. Walking across the street, I trip on the curb, and then Chris, God bless his heart, he tried to save me, but it actually he only caught one arm, and I'm a pretty hefty dude, so the other 2/3 of me just like kept going down, and I swung around and tapped the back of my head on a fire hydrant. Got a nice little concussion and all that. A little bit of blood on the ground. Didn't clean it up because, rain does that job for us, right? Got back to the apartment and did the wise decision to keep drinking and start smoking weed. I think that's what saved my life that night. I think if I switched to water, it would have like thinned out the blood and let the clots actually move through to somewhere dangerous instead of just holding it in place and making me the weird person that I am today,
Thank God, too. You know what I mean? Thank God. But, yeah, that was a terrible night. I immediately took my shirt off, and we used that to, like, keep pressure on it. And rest in peace, that tie-dye. So, I don't actually know a whole lot, man. I'm trying to think of what's funny, bro. What funny shit has happened lately? I put up a shed last week, and that's why we missed the Labor Day episode. And
then I had to protect my wallet and work last weekend, so that's another reason. Really, really going out there and supporting Labor Day with work like a true American.
Yeah. And that's good for you because you were working for the weekend, your nice little St. Louis vacation. Who goes on vacation to St. Louis, bro? That's just insane. That's just insane, bro. I guess we could call it. I'm going to St. Louis for work. So we're going to be podcasting, bro. We're going to get a nice couple of these saved up. You're going to like the dual setup I got now too. It'll look. You ever watch Fighter and the Kid?
Fighter and the Kid, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna look kind of like that. Two nice chairs, like the one I'm in right now, like the big, cool blue armchairs. Table
it is
in
a
between.
nice chair.
Kind of dig it.
Are we gonna put our names on the wall too, or are we just gonna keep the tie dye? Because I like the tie dye.
We'll keep the tie dye. I might find another tie dye just to change it up, though. We'll see. I got a couple of these.
I will be perfectly honest. I almost bought the cultural dress of the United Emirates, which is like an all white robe, and then I was gonna come back.
You should do it with a pair of shades, bro. Yeah,
exactly. I was gonna get the scarf. I was gonna get the whole thing. And then I was gonna come back and then have Chris tie dye it, and then I was like, if I ever show that in public in the UAE, I will be shot on sight due to cultural appropriation, because I would take their dress and then Americanize the fuck out of it, and it would be beyond beautiful. I think.
You'd look like Joseph in the multicolor, whatever Technicolor suit, whatever. I mean? God damn, I'm fucking it all up, bro.
So and are you telling me I gotta change my name to Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat?
No, I'm just saying that it'd be tying the tie-dye color UAE suit, bro. It's what it is. But what you gonna do, man?
Something funny. I don't trust American bleach anymore. If I'm gonna use bleach, I'm gonna get it from the United Emirates, because those motherfuckers wear white every day in 100-degree heat, sweating whatever they have underneath them robes, and spotless, not a single, not a speck of dirt, no sweat, nothing, spotless,
white.
So, if you're serious about your bleach like I am, get United Arab Emirates bleach, because that's the real deal, Jack. All right.
All right. Yep. Put up a shed. Destroyed my hands. Waging warfare on moles.
Destroyed your hands further.
Destroyed my hands further doing that. Got my hand caught in one of those fucking traps yesterday. Destroyed my first finger. It's not as bad as my. All right. Last time my band played out, I got a call from my dad like earlier that day, and he was like, "Hey, so I'm at the emergency room, and I might not have my finger anymore." Did we talk about this? Yeah, we talked about my dad cutting off his finger on here already.
We did. Did I happen to tell you that my roommate and I literally had a conversation maybe
that same day? Yeah.
Yeah, like same day, about him always wondering how easy it would be to snap off his finger with pruning shears.
And then that's exactly what my dad did at work, so.
Oh, man.
100. But it's grown back most of the way, except like he like 100% not grown.
I gotta pause you there. You said, is your father like a gecko and he can grow his fingers back on will? Because at that point, I'm less concerned about his fingers and more concerned about what else is he chopped off.
It's grown.
Buddy, I think you need to illustrate about how much he lost.
He lost like the tip of one of his. Okay, hold your first finger up. Hold your pointer finger up.
Okay.
He cut off halfway through his nail.
Halfway through his nail. Oh, okay. So he just got all the nerves and, the touchy-feely parts of that.
And his fingerprint. And his fingerprint. Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was at like an angle. So his phone won't recognize his fingerprint anymore to like swipe around and do shit. That was the only update I wanted to give, is that his phone won't. He just got a fucking iPhone and he's right-handed, and that's the hand he cut it off. He'll go to fucking swipe around and do shit with his first finger, and he just gets fucking angry as shit, dude. It's hilarious.
That's it. No, like, questioning his career choices, and since he lost his fingerprint, maybe becoming an assassin or something crazy.
Nope, he's just like mad as fuck at his iPhone. Yeah, it's the functionality of this place is going completely downhill. Funny shit, dude. Funny shit is all the hoops you gotta jump through to go to a goddamn Grateful Dead show, dude. I have to
What?
Yeah, bro. They put in all these COVID protocols literally right after the Black Crowes concert on July 31st. So like you have to prove that you're 2 weeks from being double vaccinated, or you got to go get a COVID test 24 hours beforehand, before the event, which is fine. I'm doing that. I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like next to impossible to get a COVID test scheduled because all these goddamn hippies took all the goddamn Walgreens bookings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's one or two other events going on in St. Louis that they got these same protocols for too. So like, I bet everybody and their mother's trying to get those. So it's like testing's not available.
Mm-hmm.
And when I bought these goddamn tickets, they were $100 a pop. So it's like, who's really?
That's the same bull as you laid up.
Me, you know.
So now, on top of the price of the ticket and the internet server provider fee and the convenience fee, now you also have to pay the COVID test fee and then whatever else.
Yeah, if you were one of those unlucky jacks like a few of my friends who couldn't get one of the free Walgreens tests, so they're paying $40 a test for some like on-site rapid testing shit. It's just a goddamn nightmare, bro. So,
I mean, they're comedy news. Let's switch to that because this kind of ties into it. A buddy of mine just sent me an article that says Patton Oswalt, who's a mainstream comedian, but he started in alt rooms. He canceled all of his shows in places that don't require proof of vaccination or previous test. I didn't look at the article or anything because he's good. He's just not exactly my flavor of a comedian. So it's just interesting now that artists are choosing to like stay away from Florida and other places where they used to do really well in those markets because, you know, the audiences have been deemed unsafe.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro, because you're just turning away fans at that point.
Mm-hmm, exactly. But I'm not gonna shame him either way. He does him, and that's perfectly fine.
That's his choice too. You know what I mean? I respect that as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I will say, brother, I went and got my first dose. I was trying to get the Pfizer. Oh, this is funny. You want to hear some real shit? Here.
Yeah.
And guys, you might say I'm anti-vax. I literally went and got the vaccine. I don't want to hear shit from you, okay? This is me bitching because y'all shamed me into doing this. So I scheduled my Pfizer literally 2 weeks from the Dead show and go in for an appointment. Bring my insurance card, go in, do all the paperwork. And literally as he brings the shot out, and I signed up for an appointment to get the Pfizer vax, okay? Like, they gave you the option. They showed you where it was available. He brings the needle out, and he has this thing of paperwork, and he goes, here, this is all the paperwork Moderna wants you to have before you get the Moderna vaccine. And I go, dude, I signed up for Pfizer. Do you not have any here? And he's like, no, we only have Moderna. I could have cried while I was getting it just because I was getting something I didn't want in my body. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's whatever. The real deal also was I could have got my second dose before the Den Company concert if I'd gone Pfizer because the gestation waiting period is 2 weeks or whatever. But Moderna's 28 days, so I extra fucked myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm also on that Moderna train. I'm not gonna say I didn't I did it by choice just to make the traveling easier.
Yeah.
It's a impossible. The countries won't let you in without it. So that's the only reason why I did it. I'm kind of in the same boat where I didn't want it unless I absolutely needed it.
Right.
What I'm more pissed about is the fact that you got paperwork, motherfucker. They didn't give me jack shit for the Moderna virus, or not virus. I misspoke, everybody. It's not a virus. It's a vaccine. Let's be honest. Let's use the proper words here.
Yeah,
But the motherfuckers didn't give me any health paperwork. They only gave me the COVID card and you signed your life away and you can't sue us if anything happens.
Jesus Christ.
Paperwork. What paperwork they give you? Like,
they gave me a packet that was like explained all the possible side effects and this and that.
You got a packet?
Yeah, it was like a straight up pamphlet, bro.
They gave me a sheet of paper, one piece of paper. I feel gypped. I wanted more trees to die in order for this. Like, I want more information on dead trees for this vaccine because I feel like I'm worth the extra piece of paper. I mean, come on, like, what's the deal here? Like, what? I'm just.
Bro, for real, that doc felt like he was worth the extra piece of paper too. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
You know, he was. But what? Anyways, let's get off it, bro. I got it. I'm gonna go get the second one, and here's the reason I got it is just because even I played 2 concerts myself, and then I got a couple concerts that I want to go to, and every time I go to one, I get anxious. Just being there a little bit. You know what I mean? Being around that many people, and it's a shock nowadays since we haven't done it for like 2 years. So like, I just wanted to do it to give myself more peace of mind at the Dead show. So that, you actually enjoy your fucking favorite band at probably their last concert. You know what I mean? Go fucking
yeah.
You don't want to be anxious and pent up the whole time.
I understand. Just like a lot of people, you became a germaphobe. The past couple years.
I hate it, bro. I was a dirty Boy Scout. I was
exactly. I'm the same way, man. It's actually kind of funny now. I make fun of my dad a lot. He's a great man. He's a great man.
Shout out to your dad. Love him.
Any father, you gotta bust his balls. Like, you came from his balls, so you gotta bust him, right? So he doesn't like the germs. My mom takes a sip of his drink. That drink is hers now. Type of like germ guy.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a guacamole dip and he just got a new bowl, I'll just dip I'll double dip in them. I'll just gross them out and be like, oh, thanks for the bowl of guac, Dad.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But now I understand I have to stop because it's not just him anymore. And if I let that go into the public arena, there's a good chance I won't make it home. Who knows what will happen? You might get arrested for double dipping now. It's
some Karen might literally shoot you, bro.
Exactly. The germ level has increased that far that it's what am I gotta stop making fun of him because of it.
You might be at Pizza Hut in St. Louis and the McCluskeys walk in and they're like, not on my turf,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Exactly. Or Jerry Seinfeld walks in and it's like, you basically just kissed me or whatever.
Amy Schumer. It's what it is. Actually, not cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just big old bet, bro. How you doing? I'm excited to see it, man. This is gonna be fun. These in-person ones are gonna kick ass. Everybody who watches these, get excited because those in-person ones.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna switch topics on you.
That's
because
good.
I thought it was gonna be a fantastic message that I was going to send over social media. The first one I've done in a long time. But we're going to start with this. I fucking hate, with a passion, clean venues. Venues that decide to clean up right after you. There's no scrap pile of wood anywhere. There's no extra pallets. They're despicable. They look nice for the customer. You know, you keep the front end nice and clean. I understand that. The backstage area needs to basically be a trash heap in order for me to be happy. You know,
I need to be able to smoke a cigarette behind something without anybody's knowledge and totally get away with it. That's the kind of dirty we're talking about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's
I feel you.
I believe I've stated my current day job in this before, which is if you don't know what that day job is, well, congratulations. You gotta go listen to the rest of the episodes to figure it out, because I ain't saying it right now. But we were getting our equipment out of the venue, and the next person in is Russell Peters, another really good comedian out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to take a picture of the venue when all of our stuff is out, and there's no way the company could get offended of the giant puddle of water we left, and be like, hey, Russell, we left you a water feature for your next show here this coming weekend. I hope you really enjoy it. But this venue cleaned it all up before we were even out the door, and it was just like, what the hell? I
wanted to send something to Russell Peters, and this was my in, and y'all fucked me. You fucked me. Yeah.
And it's like, I understand you care about your brand new building, but come on, man. Like, could you at least just let it sit for a day? It's 100 fucking degrees here. If you just turn off the AC, most likely it will all go into this humidity fested place anyway. Like, it's worse than Florida weather here. Let's put it that way. Worse than Florida weather here. 100% humidity, but 110 degrees 9 months out of the year.
That's fucked, bro. How is it 100% humidity over there? Because it should be dry as fuck. You know what I mean?
No, it's a desert climate, but the ocean literally is maybe 2 football fields away from my hotel.
Okay,
there is water.
You're on the coast
everywhere around here.
Got you.
You know.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's so bad that I go into the venue to take care of business before anybody else gets there. It's so bad that every single day for the last week that we've been here, the people coming in after me have been at least 30 minutes late due to fog. This is a desert fucking country, and there's fog. All right? Wrap your minds around that little conundrum, all right?
That's bizarre, dude. It's bizarre as shit. But, I mean, you'll be all prepped for that St. Louis humidity, though. That's all I gotta say. We got, 3 rivers here, so that just does the end, you know?
At
least it won't be as hot.
I eat St. Louis humidity for breakfast now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. You ain't going to have that heat either. It's going to be nice and in the 80s, 70s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Missouri weather, like, people say Missouri stands for misery. They're not wrong. But once it hits high 70s, low 80s,
it gets nice in the fall and spring. I like it. It's the summer, and it can be all over the place, though. You know what I mean? That's what they're talking about. Is like today, it's going to be 95. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, when we had a week of like 70s and 80s, and then we'll have like a day of rain. It'll get like into the 50s, and then it'll be back into the 90s the next day. You're like, what the fuck is going on with my climate?
I would say Missouri is the reigning United States Indian summer champ. Am I allowed to say that anymore? Is it an Indian summer, like where it's just abnormally hot for no reason in the middle of fall?
I thought it was a white boy summer.
White boy summer?
No, it's a black queen summer. We all know it.
I've heard the term Indian summer used, but not in the last 5 to 10 years.
Not in the last 50 years, sir. No, I think I heard it in summer camp, but that's about it. What's an Indian summer? Is that just hot as shit, or is it all over the place?
Yeah, it's like you're in late fall. Yeah. And it's supposed to be 50s outside, and then all of a sudden, out of the middle of fucking nowhere, it's 93 degrees for 3 days straight. Indian summer. I'm just this is the question I put forward to our listeners. Please post on the Comedy by Coincidence page. Is calling that situation where it's supposed to be 50, 60 degrees for, the rest of the season, and then all of a sudden it's 93 degrees out of the middle of fucking nowhere. Is it racist to call that an Indian summer?
Let us know in the comments.
Is yeah, like follow, comment, all that. Please let me know. I'm trying to keep up with the times here, but nobody has given me an alternative term for this situation.
By the way, if you guys made it to this point in the episode, go ahead, finesse that subscribe button, bro. Finesse it like the true savage you are. Because if you made it to this far, you're going to like the next episode even more. And you're probably going to like the episode after that even better. Because every time we do these suckers, we get better. You know what I'm saying?
First one's rough. It's just like your first time doing anal. It's a bit rough. But then slowly you get used to it, and then eventually you like it. You just got to keep going.
You just keep going. We just keep going, bro. So I love you.
I probably shouldn't have compared our podcast to doing anal. That's a bit rough.
No, it's okay. We talked about Ben Franklin doing it in the butt a few episodes back, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah,
it all makes sense.
As long as we're following the theme, we're okay.
Just changing the title of the podcast to butt stuff. On out of there. All right, brother. I think that's it for this episode, man. We will catch y'all next week, dude. We're gonna have a lot more shit. We'll be in person, and it's gonna be tight. So y'all have a tremendous week, okay?
Tremendous. Peace out.
I love you, Ty.
Is that racist too? Am I allowed to say peace out?
No, you can say peace out. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out, everybody.